Ashley, though we never leave it, let's dive back into the realm of the political. You report tonight, and we have a graphic to put on the screen. According to a Post analysis, since the federal guidelines were announced on March 16, Trump has spoken 63% of the time, compared with Dr. Birx at 10%, Fauci at 5%. Ashley, do you have any reason to believe the president's airtime percentage is going to decrease? And are any of the Democrats that the Post is talking to mentioning maybe a response? The news media argument is still going on about 2 hours of free time on the air every day. But Joe Biden's in his basement in Wilmington. There is no counter programming to 2 hours of free media time every day.
That's exactly right. To answer your first question, there is absolutely no indication that the president plans to stop talking at these daily briefings anytime soon. I've talked to a lot of people this week inside the White House and other people in the president's orbit who privately say, look, we actually don't think this is particularly helpful. We think it's a missed opportunity for the president. He had an opportunity to cast himself, as he tried to, as a wartime president, and instead he looks a bit petty and childish, using these briefings to praise himself and fight with the media. And you have this almost surreal double screen of the president comes on, the briefings take on the feeling of one of these Keep America Great rallies that he so desperately misses. And then sometimes he departs and a second sort of more fact-based briefing begins, led by Vice President Pence and the public health officials. So they don't necessarily like this, but they think it's going to continue. Although I will say there is right now an internal push to try to refocus the president, maybe even in a different forum, on the economy. They think that's an area where he has a chance of shining. He's cast himself as a, former wildly successful businessman that ignores some of the bankruptcies, but they think he is stronger on the economy, and they would rather have him weighing in on that part of the duality than the public health one. As for a Democratic response, it's tricky. It is very hard for Joe Biden to break through. But one thing that's fascinating is that both on the Democratic side of people, some of my colleagues are talking to, and on the Trump Republican side, there's an actual debate on if this is good or bad for Biden. Some people say, of course, it's bad for him because the president is dominating primetime and he can't break through. And other people say that Joe Biden's main problem is visibility. And if he can sort of let the president potentially self-destruct and then just emerge for the elections, that could actually be an upside for a candidate like him. And it's a real debate with no clear answers.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.